hello, how are you? Welcome to this 1212 portal gateway little thing for light warriors and starseeds and all sorts of us, bringers of the light. I don't know, it's bizarre. They have me standing today. If you're watching on video, if you're not, then you just, again, get to hear my voice. So I want to welcome all of you in for this episode. I'm very excited that you're here. My camera's all wonky. All right, there. Let's get us all situated because I'm filming 2 of these today. So they wanted me to split them in half. One 1212 thing, show for light warriors, empaths, shamans, starseeds, however you, witches, ancestral witches, druids, whatever, however you, oh my gosh, they're having me do tree pose, however you categorize yourself. This is for you. And then they're having me do a separate episode for twin flames / divine counterparts / soul unions, or whatever you want to call yourselves. So right after I film this, I'll be doing that one. So before I jump in, I don't even know what we're jumping into. I want to get us all into sacred space. So I want to wrap us all in love light and light love, and invite in the guides who overlight this show, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, the Pleiadians, and whatever other mystery guests want to join us. And I have you do the same. Grab your drink or your snack or whatever. This isn't meant to be too long. As a matter of fact, I almost kind of forgot about the 1212 because it's kind of like a jumping off point. So here, all right, so let's, I'll just ask the guys like I always do to help me stay on track, help me stay grounded in the messages that are meant for all of us, for you, for this 1212. We have quite a lot more to do for the month of December, which is when this is being recorded. They're saying that this is, in addition to just stuff that I'll be talking about, that this is also an activation. So whatever you need for the 1212 will be coming through if they have me do some light language, or will be coming through my voice, coming through my eyes if you're watching on video. So get open to receive all of that juicy goodness if that's what you also are wanting. Not everyone has to accept healing. We also bring in angelic Reiki to these sessions. We ask the power animals to move around and within and about us as you're watching or listening, helping clear up your aura and anything in your space, in your field, that might be keeping you from hearing the most high vibe messages meant for you. There's the tree. Couple of things before I just get into it. Let me stay on track. This year, so it's a jumping off point, this 1212, in a sense that it's like, again, we're with this theme of like 2 timelines still together that we've been talking about since the 1111. We're still kind of finishing out the old, and they're saying like with the 1212, you're done. You're done with that old, well, yeah, there could be stuff you still have to clean up, but you're basically done. And the new with the solar eclipse in Sag is you stepped on to a new path, and you're just getting going. The training wheels are coming off, and you're just kind of getting a feel for what this new energy feels like. I would agree with that if I had to put my 2 cents in. But let's just take a moment to honor how far we've come this year. The years, sometimes, they say time flies when you're having fun, but this year seems like it was a really long year. Nothing happened as I expected it to. Absolutely nothing happened as I expected it to this year. I would have to say it was just this weird wild card year, and they're saying that moving forward, we get a little bit more into feeling like we know where we're going. We're trusting that if we can't see the way ahead, that it is being delivered to us. And they're saying that there's not, that there's not going to be any more surprises. Like surprises that throw you off course, feel like you're thrown off course. Well, you never were really thrown off course. You were just cleaning up some loose ends. Thanks, but those are some big loose ends we had to clean up. So I wanted this episode to stick on light warriors and bringers of the light and all that. I don't want to get into twin flame stuff just yet. But I will say that it was a very productive year. So whatever goals you set up for yourself, I do think that a lot got accomplished. So personally here on the show, me personally as an author and an artist, we published 7 books this year and 4 oracle decks this year. So, all that juicy goodness is everything I talk about is in the show notes. But all my ebooks are free to read. All my card decks are available through the Game Crafter. You've seen them all. But the last one this year, is Pleiadian Power. Is it showing backwards? I don't know how it's going to show up on the reverse. It looks backwards to me. But this is Pleiadian Power. I will do a full deck walkthrough probably tomorrow, but we are going to use this deck as we go about our business today. But this is the last deck I've done for 2021. I'm already working on my next one, Starseeds Sisters. It's really going to be interesting. I don't know where it's going yet. I'm just getting started on it. And I just published probably the last book I'll publish for this year, which was Rose of Santo Domingo. That's out there for you to read. And the next thing coming out for me in January is my first nonfiction book. I get chills when I say that. Eat Like a Lemurian it's going to be ready for January. So Eat Like a Lemurian is my first book coming out. So I don't know why they're having me talk so much about myself, but just think about all the things that maybe, I honestly can't say that I never said, I'm going to publish so many books, I'm going to make so many decks. I just kind of flowed with the energy and kept going. And that's what ended up happening is a lot of juicy, juicy goodness. I just have to flash all these cards at you because they're so fun. We're going to draw in a minute here. Okay, we also had a lot of new listeners in many different countries. The podcast had like thousands and thousands of, they call it listens, not views. And even here on the channel, on YouTube, if you're watching a video on YouTube, we've had many new people join the family. They sent me a report of like all the new countries of folks that have listened and all that for the podcast. So I'm truly thankful for all of you. I thank all the new family members that are here joining me for the fun and the magic and the play time and all of that stuff. Like these episodes sometimes now have become like, they're fun, but they're not, I have to like make them more fun because they're Pleiadian Pick Me Ups now are like my most fun ones that I love getting outside and doing. So being inside is kind of like, wah. Anyway, so let's see where, December specials. Okay, and then the last thing before I start doing anything else is the special for December is up on my website. So this is my services special. So Shaman's Song is the special for December. It's a 45-minute audio session working with shamanic allies, shamanic modalities, curandero modalities, and stuff like that to help get you all shiny and new in time for the holidays, in time for the solstice, in time to drink in any more juicy goodness of energy. So if you're interested in that, that special is on my website. You can take a look at it in more detail. The link to my website is in the show notes. And if you are a previous client of mine, meaning you booked a service with me in the past, I've sent an email out to all my clients with a 20% off coupon for this time. If you want to book a service, it's good between now and, or whenever you get it, and the end of February. So if you are a previous client of mine and you have not seen that email, just email me and I will send it over to you again. So what do you guys want to talk about for the 12-12? It's a jumping off point. We're going to go with Pleiadian power. And when I made this deck, I thought I was making it the same size as Shaman's drum. And check it. I was like, oh, it's going to be exactly, it's the same size as Shaman's drum. And I guess the Pleiadians were like, no, lady, we are bigger and bigger than Shaman's drum. So it ended up, it's a jumbo deck. I don't even know how I managed to do that, but I did. And so it's like the biggest deck for me to shuffle. Oh, and there we already have our first card out. So let's see, it's on the floor. Oy. Oh. Oh, Kinya Hari, it's playtime. So this is Wizard. Oh my gosh, why can't I read today? Slowly, Marvin stood before the altar of power. He lifted his wand and said the magical incantation. And now, behold, the bowl of Puffo's cereal appeared before him. Oh, this is like a magician card. This is like magic making and fun. Wizard. This is a divine masculine card too. I'm telling you, you guys. Not supposed to get flirty until the I'm not even supposed to be flirting, but it like the twin flame. Keep trying to get the twin flame episode. These are supposed to be activations, right? So we're supposed to be activating something within you as you're watching and listening to this. It's not just me like dancing around in front of the freaking camera. So divine masculine, wizard. I like how it's, oh, look at my thing. Slowly Marvin stood before the altar of power. He lifted his wand and said the magical incantation. So it's like you can have, be, and do whatever you want. What does that have to do with 12-12? It's a call to power. Yes, it is. 12-12 is a call to power. So 12 times 12 is 144. We just posted a very short 144,000 activation. It's the, I posted only on YouTube, right before this with some light language, because the 144, the 12-12 is kind of like this clarion call to service. And what's going to happen is 2022, I still have to do 2022. 2022 is like this. Every way chart I've listened to has kind of been like, something's going on with 2022, but I can't quite figure out what it is yet. Like something's happening. And I think it's a big changeover. Yeah, changing of the guard in terms of your soul mission and the amount of power and the amount of light that you're able to have access to. And I did hear that, oh yeah, getting big chills on that one. I did hear that something, higher light coming in with some of these astrological alignments that are happening this year. The sun conjunct, I'll get it wrong. You have to go listen to Molly McCord has it all on her December 2021 video of the 8 astrological alignments that are happening this month. But there's like, I don't want to go into it all because I'm just like an amateur astrologer, but it's going to bring in like more higher light from outer realms, higher level consciousness from light beings who are beyond our, I'm channeling now, galaxy and solar system, who've been like praying for us and sending us good vibes all this time. And we finally, that light is finally able to get through this photon belt and this grid around the planet and start coming in. So we are going to be able to start getting more downloads that raise our frequency even higher. Quite interesting. So you'll have access to more light. And with this changing of the guard thing, some of you are starting new jobs, new businesses. You're being called to action in other ways to serve. I mean, there's many different ways to serve. You don't have to be a psychic or a medium or a Reiki mat. I mean, you could be on the front line somewhere serving in the 3D world. You know, many different ways to serve. It's your DNA that's important. That's what they're saying. It's your DNA that's important. We need, so when it's like, I want you, what is that? Like from the old fashioned, was it the Uncle Sam when they were trying to recruit soldiers or whatever? What is that called? The draft or whatever? I want you. It's more like spirit saying, we want you and we need you. I don't know, just give me some names. Sally Joe, we need you over here in Duluth. And we need Marvin. Oh, Marvin is my person. We need Marvin over here in California because your DNA, your soul signature is needed. It's like, holy shit. It's like a light bright. They're showing me like, and each peg is one of us. One of us being a light warrior, bringer of the light, a starseed, and we're needed in these different places, and they're just like spirit's just like plugging us in to all these different spots in the grid, but it's not random. It's predetermined that Sally Joe needs to be over here for this time, and Marvin needs to be over here for this time. And so you may feel like pegs are being readjusted, and you might be suddenly called to move somewhere that you had no clue, like, oh God, that you had no clue, like, oh, I need to be over here now for a certain reason. But you're really excited about it. Like, it's not going to be like a slap in the face, like, like, oh, I have to go somewhere I don't want to go. Like, you will be like, oh, I never considered that option before. So this is what they say is happening too with this Gemini full moon coming up, is there'll be like some choice points coming up, and it'll be like, oh, I thought I was they're giving me an example, like, oh, I thought I was gonna go to school over here. And then suddenly out of the blue, you get an offer from somewhere else. And it's like even better than what you thought. And you're like, oh, I never considered that before, but I could go to school over here and that would be even better than what I was thinking. So that's kind of what's happening right now with light work. All right, let's see. Let's get another card. So we have Wizard, and then we have emotions run deep here. With a heart with a key, an anchor. I think she's like a mermaid. What is that? Oh, a dolphin. The bird, and lots of water. Which is interesting because we're in Sagittarius was the last moon, that's fire, and Gemini is the next full moon, and that's air. So why do we have so much water? This is around the 12-12. Emotions run deep here. It kind of looks like she's almost, okay. It kind of looks like she's waving goodbye, but she's not even looking at the past. She's like looking forward. Like if the past was over here, she's like over here. So it's kind of like the same thing. Like you're waving goodbye to what was, but you're focused on the future. So you're not too, even though some emotions may come up around, you know, stuff that you have to let go of this year, because there was a lot of stuff being let go of this year. It was very unexpected. It looks like you're okay with that. You're just like, bye. It's almost like, bye, hi, what's next? Okay. And give me uno más. Uno más, por favor. This is the last one they're saying. Ah, look. 5D, you're receiving many messages from the higher realms. I just love these cards. I did all of this stuff myself. So proud of myself. I always design. I'm like, why am I so excited? This is the first one that this is the first deck that I hand drew the background myself in Procreate. Normally I just use my other app. I use Adobe Spark. So simple. I use Adobe Spark to design all my cards, but I made the background in Procreate, and then God, why does that even matter? It's about creativity, I think. Like, and having fun. Like, it's not obviously it's meant to be not, this deck is meant to be not perfect. I told you it was like 44 Pleiadian inner child friends came and made these cards, and none of them are, this deck is all over the place. But 5D, you're receiving many messages from the higher realms. It's a confirmation of what we just talked about, that, that higher light is coming in, and you're able to access more divine knowledge, more wisdom, more understanding. It's like your consciousness, it's this other card. Where is it? Let's see. Maybe it's on the bottom of the deck. It's like your... No, but here's what's on the bottom of the deck. So these are all my own little crazy drawings. But this is the hope card. This was on the bottom of the deck. And it says, when you have hope, anything is possible. So, and she's very blue. I noticed when I did, blue is like a Pleiadian color. So what they're wanting to say is, they're only going to give us these 4 cards. What they're wanting to say is there's activations coming in to activate your inner, your inner guide, your inner guru. Like, it's all about you. You're easily, like, you're saying goodbye. You've got some emotions around the past, but you're not too caught up in that. I just don't feel like you are. I feel like the key to your heart is in the future. And so you're continuing to look towards the future, and you're obviously being divinely guided. I think the majority of you listening to me are up there in the 5D. The 5D thinking as best you can. And you're going to be able to do that even more. Like, feel like you're staying in your multidimensional self even more than, and like you're kind of almost waving goodbye to like more 3D stuff, which, and pulling yourself out of the 3D matrix as much as you possibly can. And the way you're doing that is you're getting this guidance from the higher realms. And then you just have to let it, I make it sound so simple. You just have to let it go. And know that when you have hope, anything is possible, that your guides, and this is like angel feathers, but like your guides have got your back, and there's nothing you need to do now but keep moving forward. Is it really that simple? Is it just, they're saying just stay in your joy as best you can, and that's all you have. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. All right, let's clear some energy. Let's just do a clearing. Hold on, I gotta grab something, because I just feel like we make it sound so, you guys make it sound so simple. Of course, they're not, digging deep. They're like, okay, you guys aren't down here dealing with stuff. Let's just do a little clearing, bring in some light language to close this out. Now, I did say angelic Reiki and shamanic allies have been working this entire time. So what have you guys been doing? They're saying it's all good. Okay. So what does that mean? It's all good. They're saying I can go now. So what they did is they removed just some draws from whoever's listening, unless you adamantly refuse to have your energy cleared. Which, why the heck would you do that? But anyway, I always say that. There'll always be somebody out there that's like, I didn't want that. So we're going to bring in some light language for this activation, and then we're going to close it out, and then I'm just going to pause this, and if you are interested in twin flame divine counterpart soulmate for the 1212, then you'll come back to the next video after this one, or audio after this one. All right, let's take a deep breath together. Here's your activation. They want me to look at you. Loading the crown. All right, that's all, folks. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. The next time we'll be back, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Oh, we're gonna do a flip through of the deck and a video, and we've got all sorts of other stuff to do this month. So I hope to see you again soon. And I love you all. Thank you so much for joining. Take care.